All right, guys. Hi, I'm Kaylee. I go to BCA and I'm going to be teaching you guys today with my co-teacher.
And hi guys, my name is Amelia. I also go to BCA and I'll be teaching with Kaylee Scratch today. We have some librarians in the background and teachers, assistants just to help out later on in the class. So if you have any questions, you could just say them in the chat and the messaging part, yeah, in the chat. So right now, I'll be sharing my screen. Yeah, so I think everyone should be able to see my screen. Okay, into the coding with Scratch. I hope you guys all enjoy it. Let's get started. So, before we begin, we're gonna want everyone to make a Scratch account at this link. So you could type if you guys can, you guys could type this link in a web browser, and after there, I think at the top you should see something next to login, like create an account or join Scratch, something like that. And then from there, you could create an account that's obviously up to you with whatever email. But let us all know if you have any questions.
And we put the link in the chat if you want to use that. Does everyone have an account here? If you don't, just type it in the chat or let us know.
Yeah. We'll be waiting like a few minutes in case.
Sorry for a second, we are creating the account now.
Okay. If you need any help making an account, you don't know? Okay, just make sure to create it right now. You have time, don't feel like you're not rushing. It's not working?
Let's see.
If you forgot it, you can just make another one. It's okay. Or you'll just need it for the rest of this, the remainder of this class and for the next ones. So make sure you keep your login somewhere.
If the link isn't working.
The link isn't working?
This should be the right link. I don't want to. Yeah, that should be the right. If you guys have any questions, like if it's still not working, you could just type it in the chat. Well, I think one of the teacher's assistants could help us with that too. We can't already access it. Yep. Thank you, Galadriel, for putting that in the chat. Yeah, I believe that should work too.
The password? Oh, if you don't have an account, then you have to create one. So if you go to the join Scratch, you have to create a username and create a password. All right, just remember to memorize your username and password or write it down somewhere because you're going to need it for the other sessions with other teachers next week.
Yeah, you do. just said in the chat. Yeah, if anyone's having issues, still let us know. Just spend this time. All right.
Okay, is everyone ready? If you're not, type it in the chat or just tell us to stop and we can wait for you.
You can.
Oh, okay.
So how do you make it? You could go
We are ready.
the link scratch.mit.edu/join, the one Galajul sent and the one Sohan sent. Both of them sent that link, so you could click on either one.
Okay, I think
then-
everyone's ready.
And then after that, you could follow the directions on that. Okay. So I believe most of us have our account ready, so we'll go here.
So you should,
Yeah, Kaylee, go ahead.
okay. So when you begin, you should have this screen. Does everyone have this screen?
No, that doesn't pop up.
Not yet? Okay.
What do we have to go? You guys could go. I'll still share my screen and let's see. So we're on the Scratch editor, right? Yeah. So I'm just gonna show what it looks like. Oh, actually, no, probably not a that's bad. But on my account,
some people might need to click create to get to the screen you will show.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So right next to the logo on the very top, it says create. So if you click that, you should get what we saw on the slide. You're right there.
Yep, I kind of went back. So about that. Yeah, so like you saw on my screen, you could put create back there. Yep, and then I believe one of the so Han sent that link, the direct link to create one. So we'll be going back here. Kaylee, you wanna go ahead and continue if you want?
So
there we go.
we'll break down exactly what all of these on the side and are. But basically what we're going to do is going to drag and drop the things on the left. You see those icons, and it's going to make the thing on the right happen, okay?
So basically this is what's gonna happen on your screen. Like whatever code blocks that you put inside here, it'll make this thing do some action. Here, personally, I don't really touch it, but those are things to customize your sprite, which is basically a character, so the cat that we have. And the left, the main thing, these are all just actions. So we'll get into that later, into what each action can do, but those actions will basically make something in this box move, such as like the cat or something like that. So I just click the screen, and now going to have our first program dance. So if you guys want, you guys could click on, let me stop moving the mouse. You guys could type that link, actually. Yeah. I'll put it in the chat too.
Is everyone up to that empty screen that you saw before? If anyone's not there, then just let us know and we'll go and we'll help you. Lorian explained how to do it in the chat, so if you read, you're not there?
The screen that I'm showing, you don't have to have up. I'm gonna, oh, okay, yeah, Galaccio, yeah. Galaccio, just put this one up.
I don't have all these things on the screen. It's just blank.
Yeah. So if you click on the link that Galadriel put,
Yeah, here's the link to an yeah, so
in the
the link
chat.
that Galactic put in the chat, that's the one we'll be focusing on today and we'll be taking a look at. So once you click that, I believe you should be sent to the actual page of the thing. And then I believe you have to click one more button. It's like in the top right middle, I believe.
If you click see inside
Yes.
at the very top when you click on the link,
Inside.
then you can see, then you'll get to where we are right now on the slides.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
get it.
You don't get it?
Okay.
What don't you get?
On that, how should we get to the page you are on?
All right. Okay. So we're going to be starting from an empty project, but this is just what we're going to learn.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah. So the link.
So we'll reach it.
Yeah. So.
I don't have that background the kitty has.
You don't have the what?
Just
the background.
Okay.
If you want, you could in the chat of Zoom, you could click the link Galadriel sent.
But the links are not letting me click. They're white links and they're not letting me click.
No, the one on
Yeah, we're starting from nothing, so you guys don't need this. This is just what we're starting with. Okay? That you don't need to see this on the screen. You need to see what you saw before. Wait, Amelia, can you go back?
Yeah. I'll be going back.
This is what you should see on your screen right now. The next one is the one that you just saw. That's what we're going to end up with at the end of the session, okay?
What I see.
Yeah. So whether you clicked on this one or you just created a new one, it's fine. Okay, so we'll get started. So our first block, move. So in the top right, top left, on the left side of your screen, you'll have all these, I believe. And one of them is motion. And then you could see something like move a blank number of steps. So this moves our sprite or a character 10 steps in the direction it's facing. So you could drag that block from the left side of your screen into the middle where it's blank. And Kaylee, if you have anything to add.
Yeah, so when it says sprite, you're just talking about this character or like the image that's on the screen. It's just another word for it.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
I already have moved 10 steps on it. I think it's auto-completed for you.
Yeah, so you have to go to a clear one, a new one.
Yeah, if you clicked on the link that Galadriel sent, like the latest one, then
you should have an auto-completed one, but you have to create a new project, and then we're going to be building that from nothing.
Yeah, I know.
I don't understand.
When I had that new project, it was already on 10 steps. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Then that's good. Oh, someone else had a question?
I don't think so.
All right.
Okay.
Project, but we learned to build an example project. My process isn't working too good. I think everyone should mute themselves and turn off their videos to reduce call log. Why unmuted?
Okay.
I'll mute everyone for you if that'll help.
Yeah. Okay.
So when we start at the very top right, you see that green flag where your sprite is? Okay, someone had a few questions. How do you get to the link? I'll send it again. All right, yes, Sohan sent it. And what's not working, Rayan? Do you want to unmute? Okay, so we're going to go into breakout rooms later where you guys can actually learn how to code this. We're just going to show you what we're going to be doing today, okay?
Yeah, like this is just a slide, so like you're.
So we're going to
familiar
break out into rooms. We're going to break out into rooms later where we can actually help you. We're just going to go through what you're doing today. Okay, so when we
So-
play our actions, which is basically what we code in the blank space, is what our sprite is going to do. And in order to start that, we have the events when this flag is clicked.
Yeah.
Are they
So
on audio?
whenever. Let's see. Yeah, right. Connect to audio. Gotcha, okay.
Don't worry
All
if
right.
you feel like you're
Okay.
missing anything, because we're going to go into smaller groups and the TAs and
And then-
teachers will explain something
Yeah,
better.
and we'll all be able to explain and help you with your chapels. Yeah, so like Kaylee said, I'll go back. Okay. Yeah, so when the flag is clicked, that just basically means go, and you can run the code. Adding sound. Okay, so there's a couple steps to this. If you're having troubles, don't worry about it too much. But this is what we'll be doing. So to play music, we'll need more blocks, obviously, more than this. So you could click this button on the bottom left of your screen, which looks like that. And then once everyone does that, I'll wait a few seconds.
I don't have that.
This button
That's
on the
okay.
okay.
Once we go out into our breakout rooms, you can ask your teachers and TAs how to get to places, and we can share screens. This is just what each block does, and then that example program that we showed earlier, that's when we're going to do it, okay?
Could we go back to see
Could we?
Yeah, okay, so I'll go back. Cool. Of course. Nope. Back. Okay. Yeah, these are just blocks that we'll be using. So it's just to get familiar with you mainly. So playing our actions. So when it's in the events category, and then you should see when the flag is clicked. So the flag is basically the go sign for whatever blocks that are connected to it so that it runs.
Okay.
I know that might sound a bit nuts, but I think you guys would get it sooner or later. So again, this part it should be on the bottom left of your screen to get to the music blocks. If you're having trouble, again, you could type it in the chat. So once you do that, I believe this should be like the first one. So you could select the music one. So again, bottom left and then music. And then here's where the fun stuff is. Kaylee, you want to go ahead and explain?
Yeah, okay. So you'll get a bunch of options, and for this program, we're going to be using play drum, and then you can choose which drum you're using, and then you can see how long you want the drum to go. So here we have for a quarter of a second, so it's just one hit.
So something
There
like
are other
this.
options too.
1 minute. I'm gonna go get my charger.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, if you were to put all the things together that we've went over so far, you could have something like this. So when the go flag is clicked, you could move a certain number of steps, whether it be 10 or 20, the number doesn't matter. And then you could attach this block to the bottom of the move 20 steps block. So basically what we have so far.
All
Okay.
right, and we have something called a control loop, and this one does forever, which means that whatever is inside of this is going to go on forever, and it won't stop until you physically click the stop button that was right next to the green flag before. If you didn't have it, then you would only go once. So you would only move 20, play the drum, and then go back 20 and play the drum again if you didn't have the forever loop.
So yeah, basically that. So next costume. It's in the looks part. So you can click on the looks, and then you should see something within that part called next costume, which basically just changes how the character looks. So you could see the character with like it's walking on the left and then like it's running on the right, something like that.
All right.
Yeah, so the next costume basically changes how the character looks. Okay,
So next
cool.
slide.
I believe, yep, this is the next slide. Okay. Just to tell you all how it is, where it is, with on the top left of your screen, like right above the motion part, like you see on the right. Oh, sorry guys. Right above this, you should see something called costumes. You could click on that, and then you should see something like this. Kaylee, you wanna go ahead?
Yeah, okay. So when you click it, you have the option to create a new costume for this, right? Meaning you can change the colors, you can put clothes on, you can put hats on it. And basically if that last block that we had that's the next costume, it'll put on this new costume for you in the code as soon as it hits that.
Could you show us again?
We'll show you in the breakout rooms when we all separate and we actually make this code, okay?
This is just like what we'll be using. The costume editor is pretty cool though. Let me go to the next one. Okay, I believe this is the next one. Yeah. So to change the backdrop, that's what someone said. They have the backdrop that was in the other one. So it's in the bottom right of your screen, I believe. You should see this kind of symbol, a picture. So I think if you click on that and then it says create a backdrop, and then a ton of pictures come up on your screen, and you could click one of those and select that, have a backdrop that'll appear behind your cat or character. If you have anything to add, Kaylee, you could go ahead.
No, I think we're good. Okay.
Okay.
We should move on to the next slide.
Yep. And some cool instruments, which are basically most Sprites. Kaylee, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, so we already talked about how we're going to make an instrument play a sound. You can also add an instrument like a sprite, and once you hit it, it'll make a sound and you can see it.
So to add an instrument, you could choose a sprite. So click this button next to the backdrop, and then you could choose a sprite. And then I believe you're able to select a couple. So say if you select a trumpet, that'll be added to your list of sprites. So I believe after you click that, you could have a cat and then a trumpet, something like that. And yeah, that's basically it. And then you can see on the left side, you have something called music, which you control things like snare drum or piano, stuff like that.
All right, so if you click a sprite, so this is the event, just like if you click that flag, if you click a sprite, then it can do stuff for you. So you can switch costumes, you can play the sound, and you can switch costumes again, which is basically just like you did next costume. But for this one, it'd be the trumpet. Then you would change how the trumpet looks. You would play a sound, and then you change how the trumpet looks again.
Yep. So again, when the sprite is clicked, that's in the events part on the left. And in order to get to the trumpet, you would have to click on it. So if you clicked on the cat, you could click on the trumpet, and then you could add the code that's like this. And then once it's clicked, it will switch its costume to trumpet B, it says, and then you could play the sound and then switch it back, something like that. It's just getting you guys familiar with this. So, with that being said, we've gone over everything in this project. Kaylee, go ahead.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into breakout rooms, and then Galadriel, Lorian, Emilio, and I, we're each going to split you guys up, and we're going to do it one-on-one in smaller groups so we can actually code it, and you guys can ask as many questions as you need.
Yep. So let's see. Breakout rooms.
And will we go to
Wait. Uh,
Sorry, we're having some issues.
yeah. Let's see. Right here.
Yep, I'm here. What's up?
We don't have breakout rooms,
Um,
I don't think.
So I don't think I have. Yeah, like I don't know if the BCA accounts automatically have breakout rooms. I believe they had, but I don't know why they don't.
Okay, so we're just gonna try to do it in one big group, hopefully.
Yeah, I can also let me take a look too. How do you do the breakout rooms? Is
There should be
usually
an option at the
a-
bottom, but we don't have that.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Looking at the video.
screen, no. All right. Okay, if you guys would like, if you want to start in the big room, and I will look around to see if I can figure out how to do it. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
All right.
See if I can figure out how to add a breakout
Okay.
room.
So change of plans. We're gonna do it in this one big group because we don't seem to have breakout room options.
Yeah.
All right, so does everyone have a clear screen? You should have nothing. Amelia, do you want to share your screen?
Yeah.
Not the slides, the project.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll get up a new project. So.
Okay,
give me
Amelia
a
will
few
show you.
seconds.
Don't worry.
Let me go to Scratch. So let me sign in. Okay. Okay. So I'll show you guys. Okay. So this is what I have on my screen right now. Okay. So if you guys click create in the top left, you guys should have a blank screen, or most of you guys should have a blank screen at least.
Does everyone have this screen? If anyone doesn't, just make sure to let us know, but we're going to get started on the coding.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
if you have any questions or anything, put them in the chat or just tell us. All right.
So we're gonna start with our first block, move. So if you go to the blue one right there, you should have move 10 steps. And everything here is drag and drop. So yeah, as Amelia's doing. Oh, you don't have it, Pranav?
Let's see.
You guys don't have it?
Hmm.
Okay,
If you guys, okay.
Amelia.
Yeah, let me, I believe, where's the link to create one?
Just go back to the homepage and then just show them how to get in.
Okay, cool. Now make another tab. Okay, so I'm already
Are you
signed
guys
in.
at this page?
Yeah, if you guys are on this page, tell us. So I'm at scratch.mit.edu, and I'm already signed in. So hopefully you guys are at this page, and then
And then right next to where it says Scratch, you should have a button called Create. And if you
Yep.
press that, then you should get to the screen that you're supposed to be on.
yeah, and then once you create, you'll be on a blank screen. So just gonna close this.
Right there.
Yep. So after you click create, it could be on this screen. And then all we did so far is just move 10 steps here.
Does
And
everyone have
obviously,
that?
Okay. I got it to the blank screen.
Okay, good.
okay.
You guys are doing great.
So, and then I believe next we have in the events when the okay,
When the
cool.
flag is clicked. So if you
Yeah,
go
yeah,
to
yeah,
the
when the flag
fourth
is-
one, it's the yellow one. And basically, if you just drag and drop, usually they click right together as long as they're close to each other.
Yeah, so something like that.
And then if you press the green button like it says, then you move 10.
Yeah. And
Does everyone
then
have that so far?
What?
If you guys ever fall behind, just raise your hand or type it in the chat, okay?
and one of our TAs could help.
Participants, you see something that's like on the bottom. You'll see go slower. You could click that if someone's going too fast. Also in the chat.
Yeah, you can also press go slower and we'll see it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. I believe next we have forever. Let's see. No, adding sound. Cool. We have adding sound next. So, like I mentioned before, you could click in the bottom left in the music part.
First option.
Yep, and then you have all these things. So I'm just gonna put this here, and it clicks right together. So like once you drag it here, and it becomes a shadow, and then that tells you when it's close enough to click. So we have this so far.
So if you press play, it'll move 10.
Yeah.
And it plays the drum like that. Does everyone have that?
Sorry. Yeah. So as long as you have this, you guys are okay.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay.
Wait, Pranav, what do you need? You're not there yet?
Oh.
What do you have so far?
I got on the blank screen, but I don't have any of the things.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you see the blue one that Emilio's mouse is on? It says motion.
Yeah.
Okay, the first option you have is move 10 steps, right?
Mhm.
So if you click it and you drag it to the giant blank space you have, and you can put it anywhere. Amelia put it right there.
Yeah, I put it. Yeah, I'm just basically making a second one just to show people.
And then
So-
events is the fourth one. It's a yellow one. It scrolls for you, and then you have the first one. It's when the green flag is clicked. That's basically the go button for your code. And then you drag it on top of your blue move 10 steps.
Yep.
So
basically, if you click the green, you're not able to do the flag.
Yes, I got the flag.
Cool. Okay. All right. Cool. And then, after you have the flag, if you could see my screen, guys could follow along. On the bottom left, you should see a blue button called Add Extension.
Yeah.
So you could click on that.
You can't see the green?
I can.
Yeah. Okay. You can. So on the bottom left, there's Add Extension. It's a blue button. You could click on that, and then music is the first one. So you could click on the music part. And then that takes you to a green area, like a greenish blue. So again, like the others, you could click on the first one, which it says play drum, and then you would drag it over to the white space and then connect it to the bottom of the steps. So now when you click the go button, your character or your sprite moves 10 steps forward and then it plays the drum. So that's what we have so far. So as long as you guys have that, you guys are doing good.
Oh, Rayan, you can't see the sound? Amelia just explained it, but can you see it now? Okay, we're good. So if anyone still needs help, just make sure to let us know and we can pause for you whenever you need it.
Yeah. Okay, so next we have, I believe, the forever loop, right? Yep. Okay, so we have the forever loop. Let's see, hold on. Okay, yeah. So I'll help with the, okay, Lauren, if you're helping at the flag, you could do that. Okay, I could quickly show you. The flag's in the events part on the left, and then it's the first option, so you could click it, you could drag it, and then drag it to the white area on top of the move 10 steps. That's what we did here. And again, yeah, if you want to explain more. So forever, again, it's in the control, and it's the third one down. So you'll have this thing, which it should have a cutout in the middle. You'll drag it over to the white, and then you'll be putting it underneath the flag when the flag is clicked, I'm sorry, so that it basically hugs or wraps around the two other things. So if you're able to see my screen, you could copy that and let us know if you can't have this.
All right, and let's try to practice. If you remember how to move and how to play sound, have it move 10 steps back. If you want to do it backwards, then you do -10, and then have it play another sound. And just find the sound again. Can you guys, you can't get to the 10 steps? Okay, so you see the motion on the very top left out of all the colors?
Could we put it 100 in it?
If you put 100, then it'll move 100.
Mm-hmm.
You can put as high or as low as you want, and it'll move that much.
Yeah, so yeah, you could put like whatever number. Yeah.
All right. So, Han, do you need us to stop? Can you hear us?
Sorry.
You don't hear us?
Isha, Jo.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let's see. Is it because our audios are too quiet, or is it something? The drumming? There's no drumming playing right now. Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right. Gianna said nothing is working.
Let's see.
Right. Who still needs help?
Yeah. Yeah, so
If
we'll
you
go
guys
back.
still need help, a TA or a teacher should private message you and get you back on track.
Mm-hmm.
All right. To those who were working on moving 10 back and then playing the drum again, we're going to show you how to do that. So go to motion again. You see move 10 steps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After flag, what should you do? Okay, so we're going to press move 10 steps. Yeah, we're going to put under drum.
Okay, again, so I see some people having trouble. Our TAs are helping too. I mean, okay, so after we have, I think you guys are able to see our screen. So when the flag is clicked, there's basically the go flag. You can put that in the middle. Again, it's in the events. So you could go down on the left to events. And then when flag is clicked, so that's the first one. And then you drag and drop into the white space in the middle. And then after that, if you don't have what I have on my screen, yeah, so if you don't have what's on my screen, you could just follow what I'm saying. So after you have the events, which is this, so I'm gonna drag and drop that. And then after events, you could do control. And like we said, we want forever because we want everything to go forever. So you want to connect that to the when the flag is clicked. And then after that, everything else that we're going to be putting is going to be inside this forever loop, which is going to make things run forever. So like we have on the right, we're going to move 10 steps forever. So when I click the go flag, it just goes 10 steps forever. So it basically walks off the screen forever. So I'll stop that. And then, like we said before, we have something called music. So if you already did that, it should be at the bottom left on your screen. You should see something called music. If you didn't get to this, I'll quickly tell you guys. So you'll click on the bottom left, add extension. Okay, yeah. So the bottom left, add extension, and then after that, you could click on the first option, which is music, and then it should bring you to here. So after you have this, we're going to be using the first one. You could play the drum, and that's going to go inside the forever loop. So make sure it goes right after the blue, but it's inside the orange. So it's like, so it basically looks like this. If you can't see my screen, it's complicated to explain, but basically, I'm not going to play it for you guys because it's basically drumming. But you should have something like this. If you don't, please tell us.
All right, is everyone caught up? If so, we're going to move on to changing costumes. Okay, everyone's good? All right, let's begin.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone seems good. So we're going to go to next costume. It's the fifth one. It's right next to the green right there. Amelia clicked it.
Yeah, so it's in looks, next costume. I
I'm going
believe
to put it right above the move 10 blocks and underneath the forever block. And the
Yeah.
same thing underneath our green play music box.
Let me see if that's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Sorry. So you should have something like this. Again, the next costume basically changes how the character looks. So you'll place it right underneath the forever block. No, right inside the forever block, but right above the move. And then you'll put the other one inside the forever block, but underneath the playing the drum.
Okay, once you have that, we go right next to the code. You see how there are 3 tabs? Right there, right next to code, you have costumes.
Yeah.
So we're going to create another costume. So this is what we're going to start with. And then if you click on the one underneath it, we can create another costume.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just clicked on the second one, costume 2. So you can like, you can basically do whatever you want with the costume. You can say, I don't know, you can like make it bigger, and then as you see, the characters it gets bigger, so you can customize it however you want. There's different, I don't know, different ways you could do this. It's basically up to you guys. We're not. Rayan, what did you miss? This part that we're doing right now, you know, um, it's not mandatory. It's just for customization. The block, okay. We'll go back to that. So as long as everyone knows where this is, it's costumes.
And if you want to
It's
add
right
another
next to code.
costume,
Okay.
you want us to go slower? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, if
So,
you want to choose a costume, then you can always click the one on the bottom.
and you could customize it, but I'll just stick with the original. So let's go back to this. I believe some people missed some stuff. Then if you want to take a look at this and you're able to see our screen, this is what we have so far. The colors, yeah, so the colors match with the colors on the side. So basically, events, control, looks, motion, and music. That's what we use. If you need more detailed help, Rayan or anyone else, please text in the chat.
All right, so what we have so far is we have our changed costumes, and now we're going to change our background, our backdrop, okay? So if you go at the very bottom right corner, you see choose a backdrop.
Yeah, and when you hover over that, something pops up, and then you can have choose a back. Yep. So you'll click on the search icon right above that, and then you have all these backgrounds. And I'm just gonna choose the blue sky, and yeah, so that basically changes the background.
Where do you click? Okay, so if you go to the bottom right there where Amelia's mouse is.
Yeah, right here, bottom right, and then when you hover over this, it pops up. Let's see if we're able to. Yeah. So just click on the bottom right icon. Yeah. Right here. Choose a backdrop, and then you should have a lot of options. Okay,
So
nice.
Amelia picked this one, but you can choose anything. You can play around with it.
Yeah.
And you can drag your Sprite or your cat anywhere on the screen, and that's where it'll start.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna place it on the ground because, yeah.
That means from there, it'll move 10 and then play the drum.
Yeah.
You can't find the blocks?
Let's see.
All right. Here, Amelia, you can move on. I'm gonna help someone in the chat.
Okay, cool. Okay. So next we have adding a sprite or a character. So next to the bottom right button, we have this one. It looks like a dog, I think. So
I don't know how to make the background.
Oh, you don't? Okay, so let's do that again. Okay. So if you don't know, do you see this button on the bottom right of your screen? Choose a backdrop.
Where? Backdrop.
It's on the bottom. It should be on the bottom right of your screen. Choose a back. Yeah. So choose a backdrop. You could click on that, and then after that, you have all these options, and you could choose anything. Do you see that? Like a lot of. Okay. So as long as you're able to choose one, you can click that, and then good to go. All right. Let's move on. So we have choose a sprite. This is basically adding another character or item. So, of course, you can text in the chat if I'm going too fast. So right next to the choose a backdrop, there's another button, choose a sprite. You could click on that, and it has a similar look to it. There's all of these characters, but for our purposes, we'll click. Can you explain? Oh, okay. Someone missed music. Okay. I believe music as in Kaylee, do you mean music as in the
Yeah. So
this?
just start
Okay.
from the beginning.
Okay, cool. So if you miss music, you would go in the bottom left of your screen to add extension. It's this blue button with like a plus sign on it. Are you able to see that? Whoever missed it?
Two musics. Okay. So if you click it,
Okay. Yeah, so if you click it, you should see music as the first option.
right there.
And then you should click that. And then once you have that, you'll have these things, I believe, these blocks, code blocks. And then like we did here with the screen one, the play jump, you could click this, drag it over, and place it right underneath the move 10 steps. That's what we did. Whoever missed that, did you get that?
Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool. So back
Yeah, you can add as many sprites as you want. Okay, so let's show them how to add a sprite.
okay, okay. So I'll choose a sprite. So in purposes of this, because we had music, again we'll go to the bottom right, not the choose a background, but the one to the left of that. Choose a sprite, you click that, and then you'd see all these things like Abby, bananas, ballerina, things like that. So I'm gonna click on music, and it has a couple different musical related things. So in the example that we showed, we did a trumpet. So I'm gonna click that, and then a trumpet appeared. So I just dragged it there. So if you don't know how to do that, please type it in the chat.
And you'll notice that everything's gone. It's because if you click back on Sprite 1, that's right next to trumpet right there, then you get your code back. So you have to individually code it, the actions for each sprite.
Yeah, so like right now, the trumpet can't do anything. Like if I click it, nothing happens. But with the sprite, if I click the go button, it would move 10 steps and it would play the drum for forever. So I'm gonna click back on the trumpet and we'll do this. So when this, okay, we'll go, if everyone clicked on the trumpet, we'll go to the when this sprite is clicked, which
Yeah,
is
your blocks went away. That's normal. It's because for the trumpet sprite or your trumpet character on your screen, you don't have any actions that are coded for it. But if you click back on Sprite 1 right next to the trumpet, then you get your blocks back.
yeah, so if you
So
click
don't worry about your code getting deleted. It's still there.
yeah, man, the code won't be deleted. Okay, so I'm gonna click on trumpet and then we'll code for this one. So when you click the sprite, basically, whenever you click on the trumpet, it's the third block in the events part, in the events category on the left. If you have any troubles with that, let us know. And then afterwards, we'll be doing some looks and some changes. So afterwards, we're gonna go to looks, and it's the fifth one. So we're gonna switch the costume to trumpet B, it says. So you're gonna drag and drop that right underneath the other one, when the sprite is clicked.
Wait, where's when is Sprite clicked?
It's in the events category.
Events.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's the
it's in
third
the
one.
events. Yeah, the third one. So after we switch the costume, we're going to, I believe, hold on, let me,
We're gonna play the sound.
yeah, play the sound. So we're gonna go to sound, play sound. We'll just do the first one, play sound, and we'll just not change that until done. And then after that, we're gonna go back to looks. Click on the fifth one, drag it, drop it underneath the play sound, and I'm gonna click on the trumpet B part, and it should give a little drop down menu with trumpet A and trumpet B. I'm gonna click on trumpet A, which I believe is the original. So let me check. Yeah, that's right. So if you didn't catch any of that, let us know right now.
Does anyone else need help?
Nathan, I see you raising your hand. You need help? Let me unmute.
If someone needs help,
Hold up. Can I not unmute him?
So I didn't get all this, so can you slow down for a little bit?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
okay, so what do you have so far?
I have the first one, and I just need the second one now.
Okay, so do you have an empty screen for the second one?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go to events. Remember how we pressed it when the flag is started?
Yeah.
Then if you go down a little, it's the third one. It says when this Sprite is clicked. You're going to click that and you're going to drag it onto your new empty screen.
I did it.
Okay, so you have that. And then you're going to go to purple, the second one. It says looks.
Okay. And switch costume.
Yeah, you're going to
Yeah.
switch costumes to trumpet B. It's the fifth one.
And then you could drag and drop that right underneath the other one that you just put, right?
It says switch costume too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you're going to go to sound, which is the one right underneath it, the third one.
You're gonna go, yeah, sound, which is underneath looks. And then you're gonna play the sound until done. So that's the first one. So Nathan, you could drag and drop that underneath the switch costume like I did for mine.
So say meow in the first one.
And you,
Okay.
yeah. Underneath sound, the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could put that underneath switch costume to trumpet B. And then after that, you could.
I'll have to explain to switch it.
All right, for anyone who needs help, I think you're going to have to wait until next week and ask the next teachers to help you because we have gone over time by a few minutes.
Yeah. Let's see.
You guys can keep working on it if you want to fool around with your project, but you will probably pick up back where you left off, so you don't have to worry about that. Josiah, do you have a question?
No.
No? Okay.
Okay. Again, guys, thank you all for coming. This was a really fun first time. I know it's a lot of you guys did it for the first time, but you guys did really good. If you're coming back next week, we'll let them know how far you guys got and if you have any questions.
Yeah, I'm
And
sorry it was a little confusing. I'm sure next week it'll be a lot more productive. And you'll have different teachers next week, so.
Yeah, so again, we'll tell them and we'll try to help them as much as possible to let you guys clear your confusion, to help you guys too.
All right.
Yeah,
I hope you guys have an awesome day and an awesome week, and you'll see us.
We'll see you guys next week.